तपस्वाध्यायशुश्रूषा कृष्णपूजारतं मुनिं विश्वेशमिष्टदं वन्दे परिव्राट्चक्रवर्तिनं श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. Hari Om to all. Welcome back to Bhagavad Gita session. Today we are going to look at Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 20. In the previous verse, Krishna clearly stated the Atma neither kills nor is killed. Now, Arjuna may still wonder, if the Atma is not killed, then what exactly is its nature? Does it take birth? Does it die? Krishna in this verse gives a complete description of the Atma. This is one of the most important verses in the Bhagavad Gita. It's not that not all are unimportant, but this is one very significant verse. Let us look at the verse first. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 20. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Not Jayate is born. Mriyate dies. Va or kadachit at any time. Na not. I am this Atma. Bhutva having come into being. Bhavita will come to be. Va or na not. Bhuyaha again. Ajaha unborn. Nityaha eternal. Shashvataha everlasting. I am this. Puranaha ancient or ever existing. Na not. Hanyate is killed. Hanyamane when being killed. Sharire in the body. Simple meaning of this verse: the Atma is never born. Atma never dies. Atma has not come into being, nor will it come into being again. It is unborn, eternal, everlasting, and ancient. So, Atma is not destroyed when the body is destroyed. Let us look at the deeper explanation of this verse. It starts with najayate mriyate va kadachit. Najayate mriyate. Jayate means birth, born. Mriyate means dies, death. So, najayate mriyate va kadachit. Never. The Atma is never born, nor does it ever die. Birth and death apply only to the body, material forms. Atma does not begin, does not end. At no point in time does it come into existence or cease to exist. That is what he is saying with najayate mriyate va kadachit. Atma is never born, nor does it ever die. So, you are talking about only for the present. What about past? And what about future? Nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyaha. This is the answer for that. It does not come into being and then cease to be. This removes another misunderstanding. The self is not something that appears at birth. It was and disappears at death. It will be there. It does not go through phase of existence. It always exists. It was in the past, it is there now, and it will be there. Past, present, and future. Then, does it take birth? Ajaha. The self is unborn. Anything that is born depends on a cause. Anything that is born has a beginning. Atma has no cause and it has no beginning. So it never born. Atma is unborn. Does it die? Again the answer is no. Nityaha. The Atma is eternal. It exists in past, present and future without interruptions. So it never takes a birth, it never dies. And then what is the status of Atma? It says Shashvataha. Atma is everlasting. It does not undergo decay or deterioration. It remains the same all the time. Shashvataha. And it says Puranaha. The self means Atma is ancient. Ancient means not in the sense of old or decaying. Puranaha means everlasting, ever existing, always present. It is not new. It never becomes outdated. That is what Puranaha. And then what happens during the death? Death, only body will be destroyed. Atma will never die. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. The Atma is not killed when the body is killed. This statement directly addresses Arjuna's fear. When the body dies, only the body is destroyed. The Atma remains untouched. So, death is a change of body, not the destruction of the existence itself. So, you should not worry. Krishna is systematically removing all the confusions of the Arjuna. He is saying Atma is not born. Atma does not die. Atma does not change. Atma is not destroyed. So, all fear based on death is misplaced. So, don't worry about death. Get up and do your duty. What all the acharyas say about this verse? Let us look at what Shankaracharya ji says. Shankaracharya ji says, Atma undergoes none of the 6 modifications. There are the 6 modifications in material existence. Birth, jayate, existence, asti, growth, vardhate, transformation, viparinamate, decline, apakshiyate, and death, vinashyati. These are the 6 modification happens to material existence. Atma never undergoes none of these 6 modifications. It is never born and never dies, because it never comes into existence nor goes out of existence like the body. Birth applies only to what was previously non-existent, and death to what ceases after existing. Neither applies to the Atma. Atma being aja means birthless and eternal, nitya, it is also undecaying, shashwataha, and without any growth, puranaha. As Atma has no parts and no qualities that can change. Thus, the Atma is completely changeless and beyond all transformations. Even when the body is destroyed, the Atma remains untouched. Therefore, those who think I kill or I am killed do not understand the true nature of the Atma. To understand that, we have to go through this verse. What Ramanujacharya says, Atma is eternal, it is changeless, and Atma unaffected by birth, aging or death. As these modifications only belong to the body. Even though bodies appear and disappear across cycle of creations, the Atma itself continues to exist without interruption. References to creation and destruction in scriptures apply only to physical forms, not to the soul. Atma being Aja, again he also saying Aja, unborn and constant. The Atma merely changes its external embodiment while remaining untouched within. So, in this verse it said, Ajo Nityah Shashvatoyam Purano. Puranaha. The term Purana indicates that although the soul is ancient, it is experienced as ever fresh in each embodiment. Thus, the body perishes, but the soul remains eternally unchanged. What Madhvacharya says, both the individual soul and the Supreme Lord are unborn, eternal and indestructible. However, they are not equal. The Supreme Lord exists independently within infinite power, infinite knowledge, and infinite presence, and is never affected by material existence. But individual soul is also eternal but dependent, with limited knowledge and with limited capacity, and always sustained by the Supreme Lord. Death is not destruction. It is only the separation of the soul from the body. The soul continues its existence by taking different bodies over the time. Thus, while both are eternal, the Lord is absolutely independent and soul is eternally dependent on Him. What Keshava Kashmiriji says, the soul is eternal and completely free from the 6 modifications of material existence that we saw: birth, existence, growth, transformation, decline, and death. It means Atma is never born, never comes into being, never grows, never changes, and never perishes. These changes belong only to the body, not to the soul. The soul always exists as it is, unchanged and immortal, merely accepting different bodies to experience material existence. Therefore, even when the body is destroyed, the Atma remains unaffected and indestructible. So, all the Acharyas more or less saying the same thing. Atma is eternal. Atma never dies. Death only happens to the body. So, what we come to the conclusion in this verse? The soul is eternal, ever existing, and beyond birth and death. Therefore, it is free from the 6 transformations. Existence, asti, birth, jayate, growth, vardhate, change, viparinamate, decline, apakshiyate, and destruction, vinashyati. These 6 modifications belong only to the body. So, what we call death is merely the destruction of the body. The Atma remains untouched and unaffected. This truth is repeatedly confirmed or affirmed in the Upanishads. Upanishads declare that self is unborn, ageless, immortal, and fearless. Kathopanishad has similar identical verse, only one word is changed. Na jayate mriyate va vipaschit nayam kutaschin na bhabhuva kaschit ajo nityashashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. In the place of kadachit vipaschit there, nayam bhutva bhavita vanabhoyaha place, nayam kutaschin na bhabhuva kaschit. Na babhuva kaschit. And most of the words are similar. That is why Bhagavad Gita described as the essence of all the Upanishads. The remaining meaning of this verse is almost similar. The soul is, Atma is never born and never dies. It does not come from anything, nor does anything come from it. It is unborn, eternal, ajaha, nityaha, shashvataha, permanent, and ayam puranaha, ancient. Yet always fresh. Nahanyate hanyamane sharire. Even when the body is destroyed, the soul is not destroyed. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad confirms it by saying, Sava yesha mahan aja atma ajaraha amaraha amrutaha abhayaha. Sava yesha. This Atma, Mahan, it is great, beyond limitations. Ajaha, it never begins, it is unborn. Ajaraha, it is ageless, it never grows old. Atma, Ajaraha, Amaraha. It is deathless, Amaraha. It means it never dies. Amrutaha, immortal. It is immortal, always exist. And Abhayaha, it is fearless because nothing can affect it. So, fear comes only when we identify with the body. When we realize our true nature as the Atma, fear disappears. Fear exists only where there is a change and loss. The Atma has neither change nor loss, so it is naturally fearless. Thus, while the body undergoes change and perishes, the soul remains eternally the same. So, you should not be worried about death because Atma never dies. Whatever happens here, it is only to the body. You should not be worried about that body because it is not permanent. One day it is going to go away. Krishna gives a complete definition of the self in this verse. He says it is unborn, it is eternal, it never changes, it is never destroyed. If I identify with the body, I fear the death. If I understand the Atma, fear disappears. This advice removes the deepest fear in Arjuna's mind. The fear of non-existence. And it prepares Arjuna to act with clarity and courage. What happens next? What will be the Krishna's advice? That we will see in the next session. Until that, Hari Om to all. God bless you all. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayaah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkhabhag bhavet. Om Shantihi. Om Shantihi. Om Shantihi. Om Sham.